This is the Cliff Yates Show. Personal growth, motivation, inspiration, and philosophies for a great life.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. You are in the right place. And I have my beautiful co-host, my beautiful wife. Thanks for joining me tonight. I really needed you today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we just got back from a trip, our first Viking cruise. We're going to review that tonight. But happy Halloween, everybody. We're having a cocktail.
Cheers. Happy Halloween. And I have my costume on right here.
Yep, costumes.
And even my husband, who really doesn't like Halloween very much, but he has his outfit on. I love it.
Yes, and if you're listening on a podcast platform, go over to YouTube and check it out. You can see my beautiful skull and cross.
Yeah, I love it.
Skull and bone shirt, ode to Halloween.
I think that came from a university.
Yeah.
It really is. I bought it at the thrift store, and it has a little tag, and it has a number. So I forgot what it's called, something universe. I wish I had the tag with me. Okay, go ahead.
No.
Darn it. Sorry.
We're doing a little bit of a different formula. How do you like it? Because it's kind of like a Roseanne Barr, right? She doesn't look at the camera. She looks at her guest. And then,
I like talking to you.
And everybody's on camera.
Looking at your eyes.
Thank you very much. So last night, we actually just got back last night from our first Viking cruise, and we're going to review that. Let's start from the beginning.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't excited about going on this cruise because it was going to be 2 weeks, right? October 15th through the 30th. That's why we got back last night.
Yep.
But, right off the top, Viking, we don't have any reference, but top of the line, top notch, full experience, door-to-door service. I mean, we can start by saying we were very impressed. Yeah. Top notch.
If I can let's see. 5 stars.
Yeah.
For 5 stars. What else can we get? It's a 10.
10.
100%. Yeah. For my very first cruise, I think I'm going to be spoiled because I heard that Viking Cruise is it's one of the top. And especially for the one that we had, it's adults only, so there's no kids.
For our experience, no kids on board. It was pretty nice. I mean, if you don't have kids and you go on to these, it was just nice not to have any kids. All adults.
Well, a lot of people have. You got your kids, you got your grandkids, and you need some time with either you or your significant other, maybe your sister, maybe your father, maybe your I saw a lot of people. I saw a father and daughter going together. I saw a sister and a sister-in-law going together.
That's right.
Husband and wife, you name it. Girlfriends, boyfriends. Everywhere.
Now, of course, you can get different packages, but whatever. We had all-inclusive, cocktail, full food, drinks. I mean, it's just nice not to have to worry about a bill or anything wherever you go, with whatever bar on ship you go to. Order any drink you want.
Yes.
Fine dining. There was 2 fine dinings and then kind of a buffet, but I mean, a high value buffet.
It's a high-end buffet. Yeah.
Everything. I mean, the food was not lacking at all.
But when we first, so I have to thank Patty Kutchins. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah.
She's my travel agent, and she lives in our condominiums, and she's been always, saying, she's always going on trips, traveling all over the world. And I'm always like, one of these days I'm maybe going to go on a cruise. But I wasn't too fond of cruises, I guess. Maybe because Cliff and I we have an island in the summertime. We're there for 4 months. We're always, traveling on the boat. We're on the river, and we thought, what's a cruise? I mean, we're already on the island. How good can it get? And then, wow.
Yeah.
I'm sold. I'll be going on many, 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 many cruises.
Yeah, and I was kind of, I guess because of where we went, we had to do this. But, we live 15 minutes from Cape Canaveral, where all the cruise ship goes. And so on this trip, we had to fly from Orlando to Newark, and then Newark to Barcelona. So that was going to be a 7-hour flight, which turned into 9.5 based on what happened on the plane. Mm-hmm. And then we did our stops. We'll go over those. And then we had 6 nights coming back. What's nice was we ended in San Juan, Puerto Rico, which was a 2 hours and 40-minute flight back here.
That's right.
That was really nice. So the first day, we fly from Orlando, Newark, and then a couple hours layover. And then it's 7 hours, turning to 9.5. We get to Barcelona. And that's where we're going to embark on the ship.
Yes.
And so we didn't get to see a lot of Barcelona, but we got to walk around for a couple
know.
hours.
But you know what? What's good about this cruise is you get to go to different ports, and then later on you can decide, hey, I like Barcelona, and next time I'm going to come back maybe just for a week or 10 days. I'm going to fly there, and I'm going to stay there.
Yeah. Now, maybe they're all like this. I don't know. But the thing is, we get to the airport. Viking is waiting there for you.
Yes.
They have your name. They're very prominent with their red and white and Viking logos, and they immediately grab you off your plane.
Do.
Bring us your luggage right here. What do you want to take? They put the tags on, and they tell you when you arrive on that ship, it's going to be in your stateroom, and it was as they said.
Yes, it was amazing because I thought, oh my gosh, we're going to get lost. You know, what are we going to do? Look around. Because after times when you go on your own to a different country, you're like a fish out of water. Like, what do I do now? But we got there, and Viking, all the personnel, the crew members from Viking were, everyone was amazing. From the dishwasher to the chef to the server to the person that cleaned our room. Top notch. There was not one person that did not do their job 100%.
No, and and I'm sure people talk about their tiny little rooms, or we had, and we didn't have a suite. I think we had a veranda room.
It's a
very
veranda.
Spacious though.
It was very spacious, that's actually a small room considering other.
People had
talking to other people like, oh, you have the small room, and I go, well, for us
we had a balcony right on the water.
Yep.
Fourth deck up, and spacious. I mean, desk, 2 chairs, a little a table,
a coffee table.
Each side had an end table for the bed,
and it was I think it was a queen size bed. Was it?
I think queen.
Yes, because my husband's 6'2", so every time I would go to the bathroom, because I made sure that he was closer to the bathroom.
You bump my legs.
I would bump his feet every time. Like, what the heck is this? I go, oh, it's his feet, because we have a king size bed at home, so we never have that problem.
Big closet.
Yes.
And then you get a room safe, and then.
Well, wait a minute. Just for all the women out there, if you want 100 hangers, they will bring you 100 hangers. If you brought like 25 dresses or 30 dresses or 40 dresses, and if you want a clip-on for your pants, they bring it to you.
So
it's amazing.
After you took all the hangers, then I needed hangers for my clothes. So I called down to the guy and I says, can I have 8 hangers? We'll bring them right up. Boom, 8 hangers. Exactly. Bring them right up. Whatever you wanted, they took care. And we had like 2 personal people who took care of our room specifically. In that
Harvey and Kate Toot.
And
they
Kate
were
Toot,
wonderful.
I mean, so attentive, and they turned down service after 8 o'clock at night when you come back to your room from activities. Everything's beautiful. 2 big full, flasks of water is waiting for you, and everything's included. And man, the room was very comfortable.
It was very comfortable.
A big screen TV. And you got Fox or whatever you want to watch, and
you
everything.
got any channel you want to watch. You can watch movies. If you want to watch movies, you can watch movies. You can watch old movies, new movies, the new releases, and also you can we'll talk about it when they have the different ports. When you go on excursions, they always have what's going to go on the next day, and the next excursion it'll tell you. All the if there's 6 excursions, they'll tell you what they're all about, and you decide which one you want to go on.
Yeah, so every night there's what they call a daily, and it was on our bed. Mm-hmm. And then it told you, starting at 6 a.m., everything that was going to happen. This speaker, that speaker, all the way up at 6 p.m. there'll be another speaker. Then there'll be these activities in the big theater, and then after that theater, from 10 p.m. until closing, will be a small little, supper club where either, have a trio, or they'll have a theme night and local singers. And then before that, 8 o'clock every night was trivia night, which was very fun.
Yep. So,
go ahead.
I read the dailies from the
me too.
morning to I know you do, but I love the dailies because I looked at it. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get bored, because this is one thing I thought. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get bored. What am I going to do because we were going to be 6 days out at sea. So the first 4 days.
Let's start with day 1. So Barcelona, we had to be on the ship. After we get to our stateroom, we go, okay, we have like an hour and a half or 2 hours. So we went and took a walk, and, it was a little walkway in Barcelona. We got to see a little bit.
Las Ramblas.
La Ramblas, right?
They said, I talked to one of the locals, and they said, well, if you only have a couple hours, he told us this is like 3 places that you can choose. And we said, well, let's go to Las Ramblas, because our tour driver, our bus driver says, well, if you're going to do something, you got to be back by 4:30. I suggest just go to Las Ramblas. It's a nice little shopping area. There's lots of restaurants. Just walk down in and
it was
come
great.
back. Yeah, it was great. It was
then
wonderful.
I think we went back, and that night we had dinner. I don't remember the
And
first
then that night,
dinner.
I think we went to, we met because Patty, our travel agent, Patty Cutchins,
we
set
had
up
our big dinner
a
with
table
everybody,
with
yeah.
everybody that she knows. So she had like at least half a dozen friends that she's already, they're clientele.
Customers. And so
I think, well, some of them are
clients.
really good friends, and then clients
and
became
clients.
really good friends.
So there was about, I think, 15
Yes.
that night. Okay. So we ate the first night in what's called the restaurant. That's what
Yes.
it's called. This restaurant, you
On
do
the
not,
second floor, I remember.
you do not need reservations, but you can't be. At least men have to have long pants and a collared shirt, tie and jacket optional. So kind of business casual.
Can I tell them what the women can
No,
wear?
yeah, please.
The women can have dresses. You can wear slacks or a sweater. So that is, you know, so if you don't want to wear a dress and you're not used to wearing dresses, you can wear slacks, a nice, maybe long sleeve button down shirt or a sweater. Because I did read that, because I like dresses, but I was like, some people don't like dresses. So as long as you wear slack, no jeans, absolutely no jeans, but
absolutely no jeans.
a nice pair of slacks and a sweater, you're good.
Which is okay. But this is a I don't know, I could say 5-star. This is fine dining. I mean, there's probably for 15 of it, there was probably 4 attending to our table.
Yes.
I mean, this is top of the line. And every night, one side of the menu is new stuff.
Yeah, it's usually, whatever port we went to, they try to make it the foods that are in this area.
Yeah.
If it was Valencia, then they try to make some foods that's
taste
from
of
Valencia.
Yeah.
Taste of Barcelona. Then we also had a taste of Morocco. Then we had Morocco, Mediterranean.
Yeah.
We had, so a little bit of
So
everything.
you could, and then on the other side is they have staples like steak and fries, which
Yep.
and I
New
if
York
you want
steak. You can always have a New York steak
every
every
night.
night if you want to.
I had it like 4 nights, and I'm telling you, it was always tender, cooked perfectly, and I was able to swap out the fries for vegetables and whatever you want. They cater to you.
Basically,
You
if
can
you don't
mix and
like
match.
something,
Yeah.
you just I don't want this. Oh, they'll say no problem. And the thing is, like, you can have 2 sides, whatever you want. If you want to order 2 New York steak,
yeah.
I also want to order from this other side. I want the salmon. They're gonna bring it to you.
So I'm talking these meals for 2 people. That would probably cost you $150.
For sure. Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Multiply
like
that
$200.
times 15.
And then the wine.
Yeah.
Don't even talk about
Forget
the wine.
about the wine because
You can spend $300 on wine, because we actually got the package where we can get upgraded on the wine, premium wine.
Yeah.
But we're not.
I had the house wine, but as much as you want, they're right
Yep.
there every minute. You don't have to ask for anything. They're watching you, very attentive, very choreographed. When people's appetizers are off, then the mains come. There was
Yes.
no waiting. And I don't know how they put it in their notes. I mean, after the first night, they know who your name. Oh, Miss Alba.
Absolutely.
Oh, Miss Cliff. They know who you are. They take the time to know you personally. I mean, it's pretty amazing because there's hundreds of people on this ship.
It is amazing, because the next day you come back and they're like, and they know your name. It's like, wait a minute, how do they know their names? It's like, there's a 1,000 people coming every day, because it's from 6 to 9, right?
Right.
So I think they probably serve over 1,000. I'm assuming. I could be wrong, but
I think it was 900 something.
so 900,
Yeah.
and for them to remember the next day,
Great. But, we're pretty memorable because
Yes,
we
we
are
are.
wonderful people.
that's
But
true.
we have a positive impact on
Yes,
everybody we meet.
Yes, we do.
So that was that one restaurant. Then the other restaurant was Manfredi's.
I think it's Manfredi's.
You need a reservation.
Yes.
Italian. We had it the last night, birthday party for one of our
one of our friends.
was
Later on, I'll
yeah,
tell them about the
was at
travel
the group.
agent thing.
Yeah, and so that was an excellent Italian restaurant.
Oh my
gosh.
God. It's like being in Italy, because we've gone to Italy, and
Yeah.
once you go to Italy and you have pasta, you're
Yeah.
spoiled.
You're spoiled.
Yes.
And everything was top
It
of
was
the line.
home, and that was all homemade pasta.
And that's all even on the menu, it's 4 courses. You got an antipasta, then you got a starter, then you got
A first
main course.
First
Then you got a second course. Yeah.
Then you have your dessert.
then your
Then you have your
dessert.
sides.
Top. So, anyways, we only got to that restaurant once, which was okay. And then sometimes we ate at the World Cafe, which had a lot of times they switched it up. It wasn't like you're getting the same old thing. So
Yes.
and they had a sushi station excellent sushi.
Every
it was
night. If you like
fantastic.
sushi, excellent sushi
As much as
station.
you want, sushi.
Yes. Sashimi,
I mean,
sushi,
sashimi.
California
Nigiri,
rolls.
tuna.
They have the spicy tuna roll.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
had
California
pretty much
roll.
a little
I mean-
bit of everything. If you like sushi, they had a little bit of everything that you probably will like.
Wasabi, the soy, whatever you need, the
Yep.
chopsticks, everything.
Yes.
And then even though it's kind of a buffet, it's a buffet style, man. You got waiters on
They
you top of
serve
the
you.
line.
They're like, okay, do you want? And they're always on. As soon as you take a sushi, they're putting another plate out there because they keep.
I mean, they
keep
got
it
the
going.
water, and then
Yep.
the drink guy, after the first night, he knew me. Mr. Cliff, you want the Merlot? Oh my God, Pinot Noir, right? Yeah, Pinot Noir. I mean, they keep it coming.
William, he was good.
Yeah,
William.
you're not wanting for anything. So,
No.
and then tips are they come out automatically, so everybody's getting tipped. But we did take care of our. We did take care of our two guys that took care of our room.
So basically, when you go on these tours, I didn't know, but my friend Victoria, who does cruises, she works in a cruise line. She told me about the tips. She goes, you can have envelopes, and then you can just give a tip to who you want to give a tip to. So that's what, if you connect it with a certain waiter or certain, it's up to you. If you want to give them a tip, you can put it. You can just give it to him, hand it to them.
Yeah, you can.
Or you can put it in an envelope at the end of your 14 days, and then you hand them the envelope, and you say, this is for you.
But still, the tip that's taken out was like $2.50 a piece for 15 days. Takes care. I think I would not stop doing that. I would do that plus.
No,
give
yeah,
extra
exactly.
people.
Yeah, I think because when I saw I think it was like 250. I think it was. No, it wasn't $250 a piece. I think it was only
$220 or something.
I think it was only like less than $300 for both of us. I mean, it was not $200 for you and $200 for me. It's $300.
Okay, I thought it was $238 a piece, but maybe not. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
either
Maybe
way.
not. I don't know because I
Either
talked
way.
to Ed was with us and he goes, "Oh, $2.50 a piece was what's it what?"
Ed?
Ed said it was $2 something.
Oh,
a piece
one of our friends that we met. Okay.
And I saw it on the bill.
Okay. Well, I did look at the pill because I'm
then
the one
you
that
were,
looks
yeah.
at. But
Well, that's good
you're
if it
probably
was-
right though. But it's still good. I mean, it's like
Oh, it was nothing.
Can you imagine? When you go to a nice restaurant,
Yeah.
you're always gonna tip 20 to 25%.
Because you're
That's what we do.
talking not only the waiters at the restaurants, you got the waiters at the World Cafe, plus the waiters and waitresses at
And the chefs, I think, don't they get it too?
the chefs, and also the
servers, the chefs. There's like the personnel, the crew that you need
Yeah.
to take care of
Well, you
the
got the
restaurant and the
entertainment.
kitchen
you got a
and the
bar.
entertainers. There's
So on the first floor, you have like a piano. Gotta have like a piano person, a violin person, serenades you.
Yes.
Plus, you have entertainment in the Star Theater. Plus, you have entertainment in that little.
plus you have
trio.
bars and pretty much like there's 4 or 5 decks that there's
Bars.
bars.
Yeah.
So I know all the bars. There's the one on deck 1, which I like because I called her Miss South Africa. Oh my gosh, she's amazing, courageous bartender. And then we have you go all the way to the 7th floor, there's a pool bar, and then on the 8th floor there's another bar. And there's bars pretty much every floor where there's
Yeah.
1 and 2, 7 and 8. There's bars wherever you need it. You're not lacking if you
You're
like
not
to
lacking
drink.
for alcohol.
No.
So and I'm glad I kept it to like 1 or 2 drinks a night. So I was pretty good. So that was good.
Not me.
No, not you. But you're having
No, I
prosecco.
did.
You're having prosecco,
No,
which is 4% wine.
No.
you know.
So on the first day, the next day, I was so excited. I was just like, in the afternoon, it's like, oh, I think I'll take a prosecco. Because I explored the whole entire ship from.
There's 8 decks.
The next day, it was like me in a candy store. I was like Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
But Alba the Explorer. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to deck 1, deck 2, deck 3. I want to see what this ship is all about. So I got to see where everything's at. So I got to see where all the bars were at. So wherever I saw a bar, I go, oh, can I have a prosecco? Sure. And then I go to the next place, and 2 hours later, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I'll have another prosecco. And then, so I might have had a few.
Okay.
I started at 12 and then ended at 9.
Well, you're on vacation.
I was on vacation, but then the second day, it was a little bit shaky. Okay, we're at sea. So the second day, I did not have any more
we
drinks
had a little
because
bit of,
I was like, no.
Yeah.
I do get a little bit of seasickness,
A lot
but
of
I
people
was
do,
taking
yeah.
Dramamine.
Yep, it helps.
And I was fine. I felt a little seasickness, but nothing,
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad because I took the Dramamine. I had my other friends gave me a wristband that's good for it, and then I just didn't drink that. I didn't drink at all until dinner time, and that was it. I maybe just have one drink.
Yes. Another concern that I had was, oh man, I'm
Yes.
going to be 2 weeks, all you can eat, all these desserts. I'm going to be disciplined, but then I can't work out. Can I work out? And I got to say, now the Viking has a spa all included in the price of your cruise, and this is based on the Nordic culture.
Yes.
And they have not only a pretty well-equipped gym with free weights and some cable machines, leg machine, about 7 or 8 treadmills, and those other things.
They had the
Yeah.
Stairmasters.
Stairmasters. And
And
then,
the rowing too. I
and
think
the
they had
they had
one
rowing
they
machine.
they had at least one rowing
They had
machine.
a hyperextension
Because I would watch
machine.
one person doing
Yeah.
the rowing machine. Yeah, but they had and you know what? Every time I went there was always something to do. If the treadmill wasn't available, you can do something else. In about 20 minutes, they'll,
No, I mean, if you went 10 o'clock, it was hardly anybody in there.
Yeah.
So then you have sauna, cold bath, steam, and a snow grotto, jacuzzi pool right
pool.
there in this. And so based on their culture, they believed in that hot, cold, back and
Yes.
forth. And man, we did that every day, and it was just invigorating.
And I think there was a place where I think was like a light room, like right next to. I saw
a red light. I
don't know what it was, but I saw this man that was laying out there, and I go, wow, he's relaxed. And I think it's like a warm room. It might be that there was light there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you don't have sunlight.
Yes. Oh, those lounge, those
and
weird
probably
chairs.
because it's a Norwegian, right?
Yeah,
So
like a Nordic lifestyle.
They
yeah.
didn't. There was probably a lot of snow and there's darkness, so
Yeah.
they probably had a room where
Light.
they can relax and felt like you were outside, and they have sunlight and a
Yes.
sunroom, or not a sunroom, light. That's what you said, light.
So no worries on the workout. So
Yes.
that's done. And and it was so perfectly. So you get all these lockers. So when you go to your locker, you have a robe, and you have
A
towel, and you have
Slippers.
slippers. And then you put all your belongings in, and then you close it, and then you just touch your room key, and it locks it. And then you go and do all of your activities, and when you come back, boom, and then showers available, cold water, and a place to relax with some quiet noise.
But don't forget your bathing suit. There's no nudity.
No nudity. And the bathing suit, then they have the bathing suit drying machines. I mean, everything was just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And this is right next to where the fitness spa is, and it's all connected perfectly. Wasn't it great? And then they have another spa where you had your hair done and your pedicure and all the explain that.
Okay,
For the ladies.
I'll explain it for the ladies. Wait, ladies and
men.
and men.
Yeah.
Any gender. So what I enjoyed, they have Swedish massage. If you want to get a pedicure, if you want to get a manicure, if you want a reflexology, you want a foot massage, you want a hand massage, you want a facial, you want a neck massage, a shoulder massage, scalp massage, you name it, you're going to get it. Well, me particular, because I always have like some neck problems, and my neck was kinked up.
Yeah.
I think in a couple of days I go, oh, I must have slept wrong when I went on vacation. So I saw on the dailies that they had it's called like they wash your hair. It's a blueberry. And I guess it's a blueberry shampoo. So what they do, I guess it's a Nordic thing also. They wash your hair first, massage your hair, and then they run their fingers through your scalp, and they're just massaging your scalp, and you feel like like if you're a parent, if you ever have a mom or a dad, and they're caressing your head, when you ever feel sick. I felt like my mom was just like, oh my God, it's the best. It's better than a full body massage. If you've never had a scalp massage, I recommend it. It's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's better than a full body massage. And some people don't get a scalp massage but there's so many nerves on your scalp.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So not only did I get my hair washed, so I didn't have to wash my hair that day, I got a scalp massage. And then after that, it's not over yet. Hold on. Then they put this conditioner, a special conditioner on my hair, and then she wraps Jesse. So he wraps it up in a towel, and then it's a nice warm towel. Then he comes back. So for 5 minutes, you're just relaxing.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And then he comes back, and then there's some hot stone. And he's massaging my neck with the hot stones, neck, scalp, shoulders. And that's not over yet. And once you're like, I'm falling asleep. Then after that, then he takes the wrap off your hair now. Then he blow dries your hair to perfection. And I told him, I want my hair to be as flat and shiny and smooth. So blow dried my hair, and guess what he said? You have like 6 heads of hair. Because I have so much hair. I go, I know I have a lot of hair. He goes, yeah, you have like hair for like 6 heads. I go,
yeah.
Yep. That's what everybody tells me. So he did a great job. And then he got the flat iron. Oh, I was looking good. So it was 80 minutes of the most amazing relaxation. Okay, that was my favorite. Now I had another friend if you like facials, you can have a facial done.
Yeah.
So, and with a facial, I know you probably get a scalp massage, you have facial massage, and the neck massage, and the shoulder massage that comes with it. So, and then there's a Swedish massage. You can have 60 minutes to 80 minutes on the Swedish massage, and then they have the deep tissue. If you want more of a deep tissue, then they'll do the deep tissue. It's either 60 minutes to 80 minutes. I know. Well, I was a massage therapist. I have a certificate, so I kind of know about it.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do Swedish massage, because I know how to. I didn't want to have a Swedish massage.
Rough. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I've been there. I've done it before.
Yeah.
And I'm very particular about my massages. So, but what I really needed was a scalp and a neck massage, and I wanted I just wanted my hair to be washed.
Yeah.
And blow dried for somebody else, because I always have somebody do it in Florida. Once a week, I always have somebody wash my hair, blow dry and dry it. So,
and that's done. All available to you if you go on a Viking cruise.
That's
now,
right.
The second day, our first excursion, that's what they call them, excursions,
Yes.
was in Valencia, right?
Yes, it was Valencia.
Well, day one excursion, Valencia, which we loved. It was fantastic because we got into downtown, and then we went on a walking tour. Now, we had been there 2009, I think.
About that, yeah.
And we went to the Yadro factory, and we actually went by the hotel where we stayed. I recognized it.
I didn't recognize it, but he has a good memory. He recognized it.
But Valencia is just, I liked it when we were there. I just loved the architecture when we were there last
Beautiful.
time. So I knew
every building is just a work of art.
It's almost like Rome, the cobblestone streets and just the statues and the churches, and and I didn't know there was so many side streets that we didn't really explore when we were there. Yeah.
Yes.
And there was, they say they have the, what do they have? The Ark of the Covenant? What do they have? Or something they say.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, they have the chalice.
If you know Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
It's the, oh my gosh, now I can't think of it.
It's the chalice.
It's not a chalice. It's we'll come back to it. Let's keep going.
But of course, I found out that some people say they have the actual original. It's an argument. But anyway.
It's from the Bible.
Yeah. Well, we'll come back to it. But
we'll come back to it.
Yeah. But I thought it was the Ark of the Covenant, but I guess maybe that's not it. Anyways.
It could be. I don't know. You have a better memory than I do. I just love seeing anything. But one of the ladies that said, well, that's called a chalice back in, whatever, in England. But we're saying, oh, that's the.
Yeah. They say they have the original.
What was that?
But, well, we'll come back to it if we think about it.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. It's going to kill us, but we're going to come back to it.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not.
But.
No. If you've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark and they're searching, they go to this place and they have this gold chalice, and there it is.
They claim that they have the original there, but then I
Yes.
read other places say they have it. So there was controversy.
Yeah.
But either way, these churches were just amazing, and the history. Valencia, I like Valencia. Do you
Me
like
too.
it? Yeah, it was great.
Are you kidding me? I love Valencia.
Yeah.
I love every port we went to, but I do love Valencia because
Yeah.
every different port is different. So it all depends on,
There's different excursions you can choose, but most of them, like we went on that were included, were about 3 hours. So 3
Yes.
hours, you have what they call a quiet
3-hour
box.
tour.
Yeah, and then you have we had great guides, and then you hear what they're saying, and you walk along, and it's really well done, and then you get back to the ship after 3 hours, and it's great. So that was there, and then you go get ready for the night's activities, which could be the nice dinner, drinks, cocktails, and then there's always nice entertainment in the Star Theater, something new always. They have themes like a Beatles night, or they might have an ABBA night, or they might
Yes.
have a night
They
for
had a
Broadway shows.
They had Billy Joel
Billy
night,
Joel's,
Barry
musicals.
Manilow night, musical night.
I mean, these entertainers are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you go on to your next day. So Valencia the first night. The next night was
Somewhere in Spain.
Cadiz.
Cadiz.
Cadiz was
Yes,
next. Okay,
Cadiz.
so Cadiz was next.
Yes.
And Cadiz was amazing. Cadiz was a city that had been surrounded. They had a wall surrounding the city because they didn't want Napoleon to take them. And they prevented him from taking the city by having this wall. And there's still remnants of the wall, but it was really amazing. Yeah, Cadiz.
Yeah, and Cadiz is, I'm trying to, there's so much. There was so much that happened.
So much there.
I can't even,
Yeah.
every place.
It was actually
so
founded
much-
by Hercules. There was a
so much
statue
to
of
learn.
Hercules.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it was just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he went on a different tour. On the tour that I,
Oh, that's
Went-
right. You went on a different tour.
yeah,
and I went on the walking
I
tour.
wanted
yeah.
to go on the, it was a morning tour. It was
You
a
went
bus,
on a bus tour.
a bus
yeah.
tour that went all the way up a hill, all the way up the mountains. And it really much told us about that Cadiz, is actually an island. I guess
Yes.
people would always argue, is it a peninsula or is it an island? But
Yeah.
they said it is an island because it's surrounded by water. But what happens sometimes, I think the water sometimes it gets really low, then it gets high, and sometimes it gets so low that all you see is mud in it. But it's salt.
Yeah.
There's salt mines,
Yeah.
and that's where a lot of the economy, the salt, the sherry wine.
Yeah, salt and
the
sherry wine,
Andalusians.
yeah.
I was learning everything about
Yeah.
what Cadiz, and this is what they're all about, and this is where their economy comes from. It's their salt mines, and then they have the sherry wine, and which basically is not really palatable. It's not a sherry wine you want to drink, but it's what you use for cooking. A lot of people have heard of sherry wine, which it's used for cooking.
Wasn't Cadiz, I think, part of that shoreline that they used that in the movies for backdrop of Cuba?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be. I don't.
Yeah.
I went on a different tour, so
Gotcha, yeah.
that they didn't talk about. Mine was
Yeah.
a different tour. Mine kept going up the hill,
Yeah.
and I think I got. Yes, I kind of was getting a little bit. What do you call it when you go up a hill and then winding roads?
yeah.
Car sick.
Car sick.
I was getting car sick, but I was on a bus. So, but I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah,
but
Cadiz.
it was like an hour and a half just to get up
Yeah.
to the hill, and then an hour and a half back down. But we stopped in different places for about 5 and 10 minutes. We can take pictures, but I actually really loved that
Yeah.
bus tour. It was amazing. You really got to learn so much about the culture of Cadiz.
I liked it. Cadiz was amazing.
Amazing.
Day 3, the next day was Casablanca.
Oh,
that
yes.
was amazing because
That was
I thought it was going to be more, because we had gone to Tangiers, and then I looked on the map. It really wasn't.
We were in Morocco.
Yeah,
Casablanca,
Morocco. We were quite a
Morocco.
ways away from Tangiers, and I
Yes.
liked it even better.
Yes.
It didn't have Tangiers had the old kind of market.
They were both
with,
nice.
Yeah,
It's just different.
yeah. So the first stop is we stopped and took pictures of Rick's Cafe, which is where they filmed the Rick's Cafe in the movie Casablanca.
Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart
Humphrey
and
Bogart.
Lauren Bacall. Am
Yeah,
I correct?
Yeah, you're correct. And if you wanted to, if you made reservations ahead of time, you can actually have lunch inside Rick's Cafe. But we didn't. On our tour, we didn't. We actually, the bus driver stopped and let us take pictures outside.
Which was
so it
great, yeah.
But Casablanca, that was really good. Yeah,
Very
I liked
beautiful.
it.
It's
Yeah.
like, wow. And just the whole building.
Yeah. I don't even remember anything more about it, but do you remember anything more about Casablanca?
No, it's the architecture. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. I think just a beautiful architecture, white, everything like Morocco.
Yeah.
There's either
Morocco was
a lot
good.
of white
Yeah.
buildings, and then their doors were all the doors are made out of wood, and they were just so ornate. Am I right?
Yeah,
It's like,
big, huge doors.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
That
was just
first
impressed by the.
Yeah, the second place we stopped was a mosque that was the size of, I don't know, a city.
Yes.
And the doors were like 80 feet tall, and they have mass there, or whatever they call it. And
Yes.
she said they have like 1,000 people. I mean, it was just crazy.
Yes, and yes.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Very impressive. And they have several mosques there. I think we
Yeah.
just got to see one of the mosques, which was huge. And there's different buildings of these mosques.
Yeah.
There's like, this is a university over here. There's another school over here. And then this is where they hold the what do you call it? Well, I don't know. The mass mosque. I don't know what
Yeah.
they do as a.
And so, yeah, and then after that, the next day was, do you know what it was the next day? Before we stopped?
Yes, it was Portugal, I think. Madeira.
Madeira.
Which
You might say
translation is
Madeira,
wood.
but it's what?
It's Madeira. But in Spanish is Madeira. So Madeira means wood.
Yes.
But in Portugal, it's Madeira.
Right.
And we went to Madeira.
Yeah. So it's actually an island that's kind of off Portugal's, but it's Portugal. It's from
Yes,
the country
it's
of Portugal.
But
it's an island.
Beautiful.
But beautiful island. My God. And then this, I love the tour guide. Talk about going up in the hills.
Oh, we went up the hill too on the bus.
Oh my God. You're on a cliff. I mean, there are no guardrails. I mean, it is hundreds of feet down, man. It's crazy.
What do you see on the hillsides all the time? What
Banana
plants?
trees.
Banana trees and more banana trees and more
Yeah.
banana trees. It's cliff after cliff after cliff of
banana trees.
And then beautiful buildings,
Yeah.
more banana trees, then beautiful houses, beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
the hillside was gorgeous.
And at the top, we go to the very top, which overlooks everything. I mean, I don't know how. And then you're on an overlook that
Oh,
has
the
the
water.
plexiglass bottom. So
Oh
your
my
feet,
gosh.
you're looking through hundreds of feet. It's
The bottom of
yeah.
Well, the
The cliff. You're
ocean,
hanging
yeah.
over the cliff.
Yes.
I think they have something similar in the Grand Canyon.
And the
but,
water is
yeah.
like just a beautiful turquoise,
turquoise.
blue, green.
Oh
it's
my
just
God, Madeira. It is a
beautiful.
great island, and it's
loved
it's,
it. I want to go
awesome.
back to for sure for at least
Yeah.
a week.
Then they took us to a little fishing village, and they have this little
With
drink,
their drink.
puncha, or whatever
Their
it
main
is.
drink is in Madeira because they have a lot of sugarcane. Here's another thing. They have
Sugar
sugarcane.
cane, yeah.
So they make rum. So because they have so many sugarcane fields, they make rum, which they call it puncha.
Puncha.
And I learned how to make this rum drink. The puncha is the rum drink made from the rum.
So they take you to a fishing village. It's a beautiful little fishing village, and the place, a nice little restaurant bar is waiting for you. Everybody on your bus gets a glass of puncha.
Yes.
And you get to sit down. They have seats. It's paid for already. Treating us like kings and queens, and then you get to walk around, take some pictures.
Fisherman's Wharf. Wasn't like a fisherman's village right
but
there.
who used to go there?
Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill.
Who,
so there's
who
like
is
a
a painter? I just found
Yeah.
out. I guess I didn't know, but he was avid painter.
He
That's
loved
what
it there.
He loved
There's
to
actually
paint.
a cafe overlooking the cliffs, says Winston Churchill Cafe or whatever, or
Yes.
hotel. And then there's a statue of Winston Churchill. We took a picture with you now.
Yes.
A bronze statue of Winston Churchill. And anyways.
So much history that we didn't
I can't
know
go
about.
into it. Yeah. So then from there, then we have 6 nights at sea, right?
Yes. Then we're 6 nights at sea.
6 nights at sea. And then I'll tell you, I
It
mean,
was
a
wonderful.
couple nights,
Never got bored.
I never got sick, but it got a little rough. There was some rocking and rolling.
Yeah, there's some rocking and roll.
You took your Dramamine, and some people, you could tell, they're sick to
Yeah,
their stomach.
there was like maybe 2 days that was rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
But then the 3 other days, the captain on the ship, whoever was steering
Awesome,
that,
yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah,
but
he
it
was great.
But there was 2 or 3 days where it was rocky. I mean, it was shaky.
Yeah.
But
Well, I got to say also on the ship,
Yes.
not only did they have it's down on the first floor near the piano in that bar you like, but there's also, they call it like a library. There's
the
hundreds
second
of
floor,
books
yeah.
with reclining chairs, if you want to read.
If you're a reader,
I found little nooks. I could take my laptop and watch some videos. We had free Wi-Fi on we paid for it, but you got full Wi-Fi. I was able to watch videos on YouTube and take a class, and then I read my books and little nooks around the. If you want to find a place on the ship, you can find a place.
So let me tell you about the second floor.
Yeah.
Because some people like activities. When they go to a cruise ship, some people, they're 6 days at sea. What do you do? Well, the whole day, there's so much to do that you really can't do anything, but you'll find something that you'll like. So every day they usually have a game that they play at 10:30. It was, the toss, right?
A cornhole type thing. Yeah, they play a cornhole. They call it bags.
So it's kind of cool because they play it's versus the crew members and the guests.
Yeah.
So, and they toss from, the staircase and then down into the cornhole. So they do that at 10:30, it's a whole hour. So that's every day, you're going to be doing, if you like that, you do that. And another thing they have to, if you like playing Scrabble, cards.
Oh my God, they have these game
tables.
tables.
I don't know what I don't know. I
didn't even know they had actually blackjack on these LED side.
I know.
These computerized tables. It was great. And then at 12:15 every day they had Name That Tune,
and it's on the 7th floor. Yep, and there's a bar there too. In the afternoon you can have a cocktail while you're, playing the game Name That Tune, and so every day they had the 12:15 Name That Tune.
Yeah.
And then every day they also, if you're like Trivia Pursuit, if you ever play Trivia Pursuit, it's like it's trivia every day at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And you can only have no more than 6 players, but you get to meet different people. If you come and if you don't know anybody, you just sit down and you'll meet somebody. If someone only has 2 people, you get there. By the time you're done, there's about 6 people that you get to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Even if you don't know some of the answers, I mean you think but it's hard to remember. There's always one of the 6 will know it.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
So that was really good. And then at night you have your dinner, and then you had to rush up to, if your dinner goes late, then you got to rush up to trivia, and it's in a bar area, and you maximum of 6 people, and then they're on you for drinks. What do you need? What do you want?
Before it starts, they start the drinks right before it's. If you get there early, they already have their drinks coming, and then.
And if you win trivia, you get absolutely
nothing.
So Carl, who ran the trivia, is also a fantastic. He could be a Broadway singing.
Fantastic singer.
Unbelievable talent these people have, and they have to do 2 or 3 jobs too at the same time. But the entertainment was great.
And
I got to just
tell you.
The
cruise director Jenna.
Oh my God!
Amazing. We didn't know that she could sing. So on the last day, right? The last day, she put on a show at 9 p.m. It was very heartfelt, emotional.
Oh
She's very talented. Yeah, because every night when they're at the theater, there's always a singer, and they talk about their background, their story.
Yeah.
So
very personal.
They actually say, "Oh, I was born in the Philippines when I was 6 years old. This is what I did. This is how I became a singer here." So they start from when they were babies till how did they come to be on Viking cruise ship. So it's really
and
nice
Carl,
to know
that one,
about them.
and so the one night, like you said, he had been in a boy band.
Yes.
And so he actually, when he sang a song, he had a video. The background of that song was the 4 guys in the band singing with him.
It was one of the Beatles songs too. I can't remember, but it was.
Yeah.
He was singing the Beatles song in person.
So he's singing
and then
the main lead, and then his background was him and the 3 other guys as they sang many years before.
It was amazing because it was all choreographed. I go, wow,
they really did a great job. And then when Jenna, so mad at her now, I'm really hating her, because she started showing videos of her mom, her brother, her sister, one of them having fun and messing around, and then she told the story of how they've all died, and it left her like an orphan, as she said. And I can't cry. Then I started bawling like a baby.
She could sing.
I couldn't even hold back. I was like going to be heaving, crying.
I know.
Thank God you touched me. And
I consoled him. I said,
"Oh my God!"
Okay,
I was just pouring down. I just kept all these memories and everything. But God, she held it together. She cried a little bit, but she held it together. She sang "Wind Beneath My Wings"
amazing.
and all these other things. Oh my goodness!
The singing, entertaining, just a great entertainer.
You're doing all these things, and you're just, there's no driving. You don't have to drive anywhere. Nope. You're always in the same. So your guest room is all set up. You go on these excursions. You have a home base already, and so everything's at hand. And so that's the beauty of the whole thing. And then meeting all these people. You can either, sometimes
from all over the United States.
Wait, so I
and
want
all
to
over the
say,
world.
so maybe some nights we would have dinner ourselves, but when you go like to the restaurant, it's called the restaurant. So you come as a two. Oh, do you want to be by yourself, or would you like to sit with other people? Then they sit you with a group of 6 if you want to be with other people, and you meet all these people from all over the world. It's great.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a people person and you like being around people. They'll, you'll sit down and you'll be meeting people from all over the United States.
Over.
And then you have something in common. I go, wait, I do that too. It's like
And
just
then
amazing conversation
and
about
then you'll
them.
see these people later on. You see them on your excursions. You see them, you become kind of friends. And God, we met these wonderful people that had all kind of gotten together. They all, a couple or 2 or 3 of them worked at the Library of Congress, and they all grew up around Maryland. And so they were amazing. Margaret and
Kathy
and Farrelline.
They both work for the Congress.
And Mike, her husband, plays piano, and he worked there too, and he was a computer guy.
Fascinating. I mean, there's stories that they have. It's like, it's just nice to like get out of.
Yeah.
It's nice to get out of the United States and go into a different country, because a lot of people that have like-minded people, then you get to talk to them like, oh wow, I've never met somebody that worked for the Library of the Congress, and then Mike, who also worked for the
Library of Congress,
but he did more technology. Is that what he?
IT guy, yeah.
He's the
but
IT
then
guy.
We're on a walking tour, and then we meet the guy from the LA Fire Department.
LA Fire Department. Can you imagine?
We're talking about the Rodney King Ryans. Where were you? I was here. You were there. I was there too. Yeah. He said it was awesome. Yeah.
And then
his wife Linda. So Bruce and Linda. I remember their names.
And Norma Ray. Okay, so I do remember on my bus tour.
Yeah.
Norma and Ray. I remember them by the movie Norma Ray.
Yeah.
And then she sat next to me, so we were both talking because she was from California. I go, I'm from California.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'm from Santa Maria. I go, oh, I think that's near one of the wineries. He goes, yes, it's near.
Right, yeah.
I believe it's Paso Robles.
That's
right?
correct.
It's Paso Robles.
Yeah,
because I almost said, what's the other place that we went to?
Yeah, Napa Valley.
Not Napa Valley. So Paso Robles.
Paso Robles.
I said, yeah, we've been to Paso Robles and we love it there. So it was amazing.
It was great. Yeah.
And I have to tell you this, I think we were probably one of the youngest.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was one of the.
I looked up on the internet
youngest.
and they said the average age on a Viking cruise is 70. I think that's about right.
That's about right. Yeah, because they're about between 70 and then I'm probably the oldest one we met was how old was he? 93. The father and the daughter, was he 90?
He was 90 plus.
90 plus.
And he got around. His daughter was with a cane and he's walking around fine.
Oh, wait a minute. And then we met remember it was Bob and Darlene?
Yeah, Bob and Darlene.
Bob from Palm Springs, and he was on a walker.
No, Bob is in the Palm Coast. He's near Flagler Beach.
Okay, but he went on our tour.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Which was a 3-hour tour, and it was a walking tour. And I was impressed and amazed by him that he finished it. He did it all with his walker, and it wasn't easy. There were steps going down, steps going up. And I believe he's probably in his 90s, and it's just amazing because he came with his friend that I guess they were like high school friends, and he had told me that his wife had passed away, and then his friend's husband had passed away, so somehow they reconnected, and then they decided to go on a cruise together. Isn't that amazing?
It was amazing. Well, there's a lot of those stories.
Yeah,
amazing stories. Oh, so we have to say our last stop was in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I like San Juan, Puerto Rico, man. It was really nice. Yeah,
because it's kind of like Cuba.
We took we walked 7 miles that day up to this old fort, and I loved it. And we got to take an example from San Juan, Puerto Rico, because I was talking to the guy about the culture and this police, and no, it's safe here. I mean, I don't lock my doors, but I do lock my car, and there is crime, and they respect the police. Of course, they respect the police.
No, that was not Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that was Puerto Rico.
Martin.
Oh, that was San Martin.
No.
Wait, I forgot about San Martin.
You forgot about Saint Martin. Tell them about Saint Martin.
Oh, San Martin was what I liked the best.
The Dutch and the French.
No, I like that better, actually.
So you know about let's
San Juan was actually just a stop to get the plane.
San Juan was just a stop.
No, San Martin. That's what I liked.
Yeah, Saint Martin. Our cruise. Yeah. Our cruise. What's it called? The narrator, the tour guide. He was actually Italian and Argentinian. Yeah. So I guess he was.
Well, the Dutch side they call San Martin.
There you go. Go ahead.
And then there's the French side.
Saint Martin.
Saint Martin.
It's a long A, like you just say Martin.
So the Dutch side, they're
Saint Martin or Saint Martin.
Yeah, It's a beautiful. But anyways, that's what I really like.
But we were in St. Martin.
No, I'm sorry, my mistake. But I did love San Martin. I'm going back there because that's an awesome
That's
place.
where you're going to go back. And that's where we're going to
Which
go
looked
back
like
because
Cuba,
we saw,
safe.
what was that hotel that we're saying? They said, oh, in this hotel, it's a beautiful hotel. The presidents
Oh, yeah.
stay here.
Yes.
A whole bunch of celebrities stay here. And $230 a night or $300. I go, are you kidding me? It's
Oh,
like
my God.
right off the cliff.
Oh my God.
Beautiful
San Martin.
blue
Oh, my
waters.
God. Turquoise
Oh,
forever. I mean, then
Amazing.
they have underwater statues if you go snorkeling.
yes.
And they have sailing excursions.
Sailing,
They have
snorkeling.
snorkeling. And I mean, it's just an amazing story and then they have a beautiful airport. And this is what I learned about the
Yes.
airport. Not Franklin Roosevelt. No, it was Franklin Roosevelt,
Not
1942.
Teddy, but Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Who was the president from 1933 to 45 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, probably 45. He was 12 years, right? Was he
12
the
years.
longest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So 33 to 45.
Yeah.
So, the Queen,
You know the name of the
the
queen.
Dutch, I don't know the name of the Queen, but the French took her into
forgot
custody
her
and
name
they take her to Ottawa. And
Ottawa, Canada. Yep.
And now in 1942.
She was exiled because
exiled.
because the war was going on, and she
World
was
War II.
exiled from her
Yeah.
the Dutch side, right?
Right.
And so now she's in Canada.
She's in Ottawa in custody, and then
Mm-hmm.
Roosevelt sees this part of the land there in San Martin, and he goes, "Oh," he contacts her. I see where I can build a nice airfield there, a nice airport, and she goes, "I'll give you permission, but after the war's over, it's mine." He goes, "No problem," and they built a beautiful airport, and it can
Yes.
handle what's nice about
Concorde.
it. It handled the Concorde so it has a runway that can handle the big iron, the heavy iron, the big jets.
Yes.
And these other islands like St. Bart's and whatever, they can't. So what happens is another thing is the people that own yachts in San Martin, it's very sailor and yacht friendly. It's cheaper
Yes.
to fuel up, and if you need parts, it can be flown into their airport, and within 2 days. And so everybody keeps their yachts there.
Yes.
And so part of their tourism industry is they watch the yachts when people are away, and then when they come in to go on their yachts, they watch their jets. And so that's
Yes.
part of the pie that they get.
I think they mentioned that George Clooney, names like that, stay at St.
Oh, yeah.
Bart's. Yeah.
Yeah.
And other.
But they fly into
no.
St. Martin because that has the big airport that can
Yes.
handle the corporate jets.
Correct.
And so, it's pretty amazing. And we loved it. It was great. So that was
Loved it.
that was a great spot. We loved it.
Yep.
Could have spent a week there. You'll have to post videos of. I mean, they had actually
I have a whole bunch of photos and
They have
videos.
a Cuban
so.
a cigar shop. Well, they have an actual
my
guy rolling
gosh.
the cigars.
That's right.
We took video rolling the cigars right there. These all raw Cubans in there.
You go in and could smell the
Oh.
sweet smell of the leaves, the tobacco leaves. Oh, it's amazing.
I don't smoke cigars, but being in there, I wanted to. Maybe I should start.
No, well, I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
The smell of the tobacco leaves are amazing, but
Amazing.
once you smoke it, it's not the same smell. No, I mean
What
I
the-
don't like it.
what a-
It's yeah.
What a beautiful lounge, though, with a
Oh,
guy
my
rolling a
gosh.
cigar.
Oh, it's
beautiful
beautiful.
leather chairs, full bar, every liquor there is. I mean, it's a full bar.
Yep.
I mean, so.
And
the
these are
place,
Cuban
yeah.
cigars. They had cohibas, you name it, everything in there. It's like
Oh my God! And you know what? You're safe
Best.
there. You can tell you're
Yes.
safe there, and it's a tremendous
And-
place. And they all take American money, and it's all very
yeah,
easy.
That's true. They do
yeah,
take
they love it.
credit cards, U.S. dollars,
Easy peasy.
easy peasy. Tell them about how much wine, the liquor store that we went to. It's like
Oh my
rum
God!
after different rums, different. I mean, whatever you need there, they have it.
My buddy in Batavia, New York, who likes a spice rum called Don Papa's,
Yes.
and it's not always easy to get. I do
No.
find it here in Florida once in a while. There, they had about 4 brands of Don Papa's. I mean, you name it, they
10
have
deep.
it. 10
Yes.
deep.
Yes.
And so, whatever you want, they have it.
And they had the new Tanqueray bottle, right? They're
Tanqueray
like,
10.
Oh, that's a Tanqueray 10. Because someone had mentioned, have you tried the Tanqueray 10? I go, no,
Yeah.
we never tasted the 10. And I go, there's that bottle that the lady was talking about, the Tanqueray 10.
Let's go on, because we
Yes.
could go on forever, and we're
Yes,
going to
we
have
can.
dinner. So we ended up in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where which is another great, we want to go back there because it looked beautiful.
Yes.
It's obviously an American territory.
Yep.
And so everything's American money. And you speak Spanish, and it looks like Cuba.
Yep.
And so we got to go back there. That'll be beautiful.
And then what did you have for lunch?
I had empanadas, and you know what? It's like 2 hours and 40-minute flight to Orlando to go to San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Who knew
how
so
close?
And why haven't we gone there?
So that part of the
Now
trip
we're
was
going
great
back.
because it was a 7, 8, 9 hour flight to Barcelona. And then after we get to San Juan, 2 hours and 40
Oh, it
minutes
was
back home.
beautiful.
Thank you, my Lord.
Thank you.
You took care of me. And so, but I have to end when we'll end. But like I said, from door to door. So when we get off the ship, they take your luggage. It's all banded up the night before. Have your luggage outside.
Yep.
And then we have a
10
little briefing in
have
the
it
morning.
out.
We have a nice breakfast the last day. They just don't boot you out.
That's right.
And then when we go out, they know exactly. When you get that daily, it tells you, your flight is here at this time, so you will do this.
And you have a color label. It's a color label.
We will take your luggage off the ship, and you will go to this beautiful hotel next door, and you'll have.
Yep.
We had a nice area to
It
wait
was
like
a
3
beautiful
hours.
hotel. The Rumbao.
Rumbao, and then Viking they're with us all the way, and they take us down to our shuttle, and then when we
Yep.
go to the airport, Viking has our luggage right at the airport, and we got our airport right outside our terminal where we're going to go on the plane, so it's door to door. Even when
Yes.
you're off the ship, they're making sure you get on your flight and you make it home safely. So
Yes.
I got to say, from the time you land, Viking is there for you, and from the time you leave the ship, they make sure you get on your flight, and they're right there.
Yes. So during this 14-day cruise, I decided I've been wanting to be a travel agent. I said, you know what? I love to travel and I love to explore.
This is exciting,
I realized,
yeah.
wait a minute, that is what I like to do. I like to explore. I love to travel, but not only that, I love exploration because I wanted to do every excursion, but I couldn't because there's not enough hours in a day. So now I'm going to be a travel agent. So I cannot wait for people and friends, people like me that love to travel, love to explore. And I can't wait to help them out, to experience what I experienced.
Yes.
So excited.
That's so exciting because, and you're going to be part of a great team. The
Yes.
team, the lady that is our
Patty.
neighbor, she's been doing cruises for a long
For
time.
10 years. For 10 years.
You can
Yes.
start, the ground running because you're part of a team
Yes.
that they will tell you this is what we do next. But they are right on it. They really,
They're so attentive.
I mean,
oh my
Patty
God.
was like, wait a minute, let me go with you, and I'm going to make sure you wanted to change to this excursion. I'll make it happen. It happened. You don't have a
Yes.
reservation here. I'll make it happen.
And
She
I
made it
remember we
happen.
couldn't, the day of that we're trying to go to the flights, somehow we weren't able to get our tickets or something, right?
Yeah, she got her tickets.
And she's like, okay, no, here it is. So she was, as soon as I said, we're having trouble with the internet or whatever. She goes, and then she took care of it. So I got to say,
So
she's
she
an
was
amazing
excellent.
travel agent. And I'm going to learn from the best.
Yes. So that's our review. Viking Cruise, our first one. We have nothing to
Amazing.
compare it to, but it's top of the line. And then people we talked to, some had never been on. Some had been on the river cruises that they have, Viking river cruises, and they all loved it. They all loved the Viking.
Did you tell them who's been there, how many times somebody has been there, like at
No.
least over 100 times?
Oh, I remember.
More than
yeah.
100. I was like, what? I mean, I was impressed by the father and daughter who have gone in like 9, and within a year, they've gone on 9 ships. I mean, 9 cruises in a year. And I go, wow, that is amazing. That means they really love it. And it's a only Viking cruise.
I'm
and
sure
river cruise.
there's other lines are great.
I'm sure there is, yeah.
But Viking is doing their best to be top of the line.
Absolutely.
They did it with us. They were fantastic. And we have nothing bad to say about Viking for sure.
Everything is good. I have nothing bad to
No,
say.
it was a tremendous. Hopefully, next time I go on a Viking cruise, I want to.
Did you tell them what I bought?
No, go into your jewelry.
Oh, really quick. So I do like gemstones, and what woman doesn't like diamonds? So I went to they had a 1 hour session of gemstones and diamonds, how to recognize a diamond, what kind of cut it is, what's the color. So within an hour, I learned pretty much everything you need to know about a diamond and how to buy a diamond and how to know if it's a good diamond or not. And also I learned also about some of the, I think some of the gemstones too.
Yeah.
Where they came from, how they mine them.
Yeah, I was
So
was interested.
I was so interested that I think I want to become a jeweler now.
Yeah.
but yeah, so I ended up buying a few pieces.
A few pieces, yeah.
Yeah. One of them, I think I'm wearing one of them now, but the other two, they should be in the mail.
Yeah.
Because they had to be specially made.
Yes.
One is a Russellite stone, which is that is a kind of like a green stone.
Yeah.
Oh, and now I should know where it came from, but I'm sorry, my mind is kind of blank right now.
Well, I think originally it was Russia. They closed it down, and now Royal, the jewelry company, they have it exclusively in Brazil.
That's correct. So
Brazil, yeah.
Now exclusive from Brazil, and Royal is a company that's in New York.
Yeah.
And so the person that was there, Mario works at Royal, so he gets to go on these different cruises. So if Viking says, "Hey, I want you to come and bring your jewels," and so that's what he brings all his jewels that are in Royal. You can go to New York, but he brings it to the cruise, and then you get duty free. You get I got like 40 to 50% off.
So if you see Russellite anywhere, actually Royal sells it to them, wholesale to them, and they're the ones.
I did buy this.
That's beautiful. Yeah, you got beautiful pieces.
So this bangle, it has all the different cuts that I learned about the diamonds. It has the baguette. It has the
teardrop,
the marquee.
The marquee baguette. Is it teardrop or? No,
it's not the teardrop. Yeah, you're getting me confused. There's a princess cut.
There's a
princess cut. There's a baguette. There's a round, which is the
round.
That's everybody has the round.
Is that classic or no?
No, it's just
round
the
cut.
Classic. It's a round.
Yeah, there's
It's
one.
just round.
One was one that was no. There's one other shape you forgot. I think.
The marquee that looks like an eye.
The marquee.
That's called the marquee, and I'll tell you later. It's a long story. So.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the marquee. It kind of looks like a shape of an eye, but really it's the shape of the lips.
Gotcha.
It has a story to it. I don't have enough time to tell you about that.
Well, you could if you want.
No. And the baguette is a rectangular shape. And then, of course, the round, which is, most people have the round cut, which is the one I have on my wedding ring.
Yeah.
And then there's the, what were you looking at? This is
my grandmother's ring, yeah.
This is called I believe this is a princess cut.
Yes, that's right.
This is the princess cut. The square is a princess cut. The teardrop, there's no teardrop. I think you were talking about the marquee.
The marquee, yeah.
I could see it where it looks like a teardrop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a marquee. So I think I named them pretty much all.
Okay.
I could be missing a few, but yeah.
What do you think? Let's call it a day, and
Let's
happy
call it a day.
Halloween.
Happy
We're
Halloween.
We're going to have dinner, and I'm so happy.
I'm going to go trick-or-treating.
My love joins me as a co-host. She helped me out because I haven't missed an episode every
I'm very
Thursday
excited.
night.
I told them I can help you out.
I haven't missed. So it's been a year and 10 months. I'm going to go 2 years without missing an episode.
This is great.
Thursday night, Halloween night, 2024. Just got back. Viking Cruise last night. We had a great time. This is our review of the Viking Cruise.
Ship.
Check it out. And
the Viking
Alba,
Cruises, yes.
She'll arrange your trip for you because she's going to be a representative travel agent handling Viking Cruises.
I will make it happen wherever in the world you want to go to. I'll make it happen.
All right. That's it. Please subscribe to the channel, everybody. You can support us that way. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
See you in the next episode. Love you. Bye.